All right, how's it going, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream. Yo, Zoltra, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. And Whooper Wednesday. It actually is Wednesday today, so happy Whooper Wednesday to you. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, I had a little bit of a gas bubble here. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I had some pretty good sleep. This is like the first time in a long time where I slept at around 11. No, it was like 10:30. And I woke up at around 5:30 without any interruptions in between. So like that's good. And I just kept on, I tried to keep on sleeping. I try to keep asleep, but I had a thought for some reason. I was woken up by the thought of the president CEO of Virgin Enterprises, like Virgin Records, coming to town. And the funny thing is, well, not the funny thing is, the interesting is he did come to town. He actually visited my town yesterday, and for some reason my mind, like, I didn't meet him or anything like that. And honestly, it's cool that like a multi-billionaire would like land in our little town here. But he had like this, he owns this cruise, Virgin Cruises, so I guess he was on it. And he went to one of my favorite sushi places in town here and wrote a really great review. I mean, he could have just like was just saying it because my buddy Daisuke was there, who owns a restaurant, right? But he wrote a big review and said it was great. Anyway, so for some reason I just kept on thinking about it this morning. Not that I thought about it a whole lot yesterday. That's pretty cool. Anyway, but today we're not going to be talking about that a whole lot. We're going to be talking about Guilty Gear Strive, specifically Dizzy, my character, and we're going to be doing a little bit of labbing, a little bit of training room, and then we're going to hop online with my main account to play some ranked and see how the new ranked matchmaking is. They did an update not too long ago, I want to say about 7 hours ago, to hopefully improve the ranked systems. And I have a hard time finding matches in the morning, so sooner than later we'll hop onto ranked to see what it's like and see if it's improved on my end anyway. For those who don't know, also I live in the middle of nowhere, Canada, so it's really hard for me to find matches, especially anything that has a good connection. And sometimes, and very often, I'm sitting in, matchmaking search for about 3 or 4 minutes before I find a match. And I know a lot of people say that on Twitter, they're having trouble finding matches, but I feel like I find matches a lot longer than most people because of where I am and my connections. But you know what? It's fine. It's okay. We'll see if it got fixed a little bit later today. But yeah, so Whooper says, I get 120% buff to my ranked games today. Let's go. Zoltra says, after this, I'm hopping in ranked and hitting platinum. I believe. Ganbarimasu. Yo, Potatoes, how's it going? What's up? Hope you're doing well. Oh, it's a little laggy, isn't it? It's not as smooth as it usually is. Let me just perhaps close some programs. Give me 1 sec. I feel like my camera's gonna explode. Not lagging on your end. Yo, Baki senpai, how's it going? Baki, by the way, how do you feel about your dad becoming a character in Tekken 8? Pretty cool. All right, so like, gotta make sure I'm closing all the appropriate programs. We don't need Notepad out. How's that? That's a little bit better. Cooper says, managed to find Strive Dizzy plushie for an okay price, so I'm happy. Do you own one? I do. I own, yeah, I'll show you what I own for Dizzy plushies. 1 sec. Oh, by the way, before I show you that to you, I will be answering some questions on YouTube comments. There's like one comment that I think would be a great question to answer. To start off the stream anyway, and then we'll continue on with my usual labbing afterwards. So that's the planned schedule for today. Doing some labbing, answering some questions, do some of this in my labbing time, and then we're gonna play ranked. Oopsies. There you go. All right, BRB, let me show you my Dizzy plushie. All right. I got the official one. Yo, Heartbroke Pinky, what's up? And Garkinsoul Platypus. How you guys doing? Alright, this is what I got. I thought I broke it actually when I picked it up this morning. Or to bring it over here. The wings, I picked her up by the wing. And the wing came off. I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good. But apparently it's attached with Velcro. So I didn't break her. There you go. Although we can take off the wings for pictures and that sort of thing. So that's the Dizzy official plushie, but honestly, I think this is my favorite plushie. The fatter Guri cat. Modular Dizzy, that's right. That plushie is quite incredible. It's pretty good. I quite like it. It's from the official well, it's not really the official website. No, I think I got this from Ami, I believe, or one of the main anime figure sites. It was like 50 bucks or something like that. All right, give me a sec here. The Chong Cat, the Good Smile. There we go. I got it from Good Smile. That's it. That's it. All right, so let's go ahead and check out this question I saw, or I woke up with this morning. I was gonna answer it on, like, I was just gonna answer it in the comments, but then I figured, why don't I just answer it during my stream, and I'll just like timestamp my stream and say, hey, we went over your question. All right. So pull it up here, actually. There we go. Yeah, you can see my setup struggling here, is failing to load a few things. But yeah, this is a question I'm sure a lot of people have. From JT Move Forley. Says, I'm struggling to understand the differences between the different fish and why you would use one fish over the other. For example, choose the one that goes forward instead of behind. Doesn't really make a huge difference, and it always means to turn around once it passes your opponent. Okay, great question, by the way. So I mean, I guess we answered this when 2.0 first came out, as that's when they introduced like the different fishes. By the way, what they mean is, this is the regular K fish, right? It appears just in front of Dizzy, and then there's a KH fish, which appears a little bit ahead of Dizzy, and then there's a KS fish, which appears a little bit before Dizzy. Which I understand, like, if you're just picking up this character, the like, that may not seem very significant, but believe me, it is very significant. It helps, I guess, in a general sense anyway. Let's focus on the K fish for now. In a general sense, the K fish is more stable with the H extension in terms of your Okizeme, so it stabilizes a lot of your setups, while the KS fish makes your setups more flexible. You know, you can do a lot more with it. They're a lot more loose, but more options are open. Okay, so that's a very general sense. And what do I mean by that? Let me show you some tangible kind of examples. If I do a 2K2D, and we're gonna get the frame data out here. 2K2D K-fish. We're gonna look at this little corner here, right? These numbers and this text here. We're gonna have a little bit of special focus on that. So pay attention here. Attack interval 1 from the regular K-fish, like 2k2d K-fish, attack interval 1, and frame advantage 59. Most people know what frame advantage is, I'll explain that in a sec, but most people don't know what attack interval is. Attack interval is like the, it tells you how many frames are between the last, like, I guess between the opponent, how do I say this? Attack interval is saying basically how many frames it took from when your opponent recovered to when the attack landed. So the lower attack level, or sorry, not attack level, attack interval, the better in most cases for Okizeme, because you're attacking them as soon as they get up. The longer the attack interval, the longer it took you to attack them as they got up. So you want the shortest attack interval because you want to make sure you hit them as soon as they get up. For the most case, right? I'm not always going to do that. Like for instance, if I wait a little bit and then I attack, it took me 15 frames for that close slash to make contact, right? So we want, generally speaking, for strong fish Okizeme, and this is very general by the way, that for the most part you want an attack level that's very small, like 1 or 2. So if I delay my fish a lot, now the attack interval is 17. So attack interval, doing the K-fish after 2k2d like this allows you to get this meaty fish bite. Favorite advantage plus 59, that means you're after the fish bites, you know, you have 59 frames to do something. In a lot of cases, it's in the form of like some mix-up, for example, right? Now, the thing is, the farther away you do this, 2k2d regular K-fish, your attack interval also lengthens. As you lengthen your distance from your knockdown, your attack interval also lengthens if you do the regular K-fish. So again, we're way up close, 2k2d K-fish, attack interval 1, 2k2d K-fish, attack interval 9. So what does this mean if you do it like this? Well, your pressure isn't as solid, right? So I'll do the far attack level, K-fish, 9 frames. This allows your opponent to escape, so they can up back, for instance. They can close slash, maybe not close slash, but they can attack the fish. Do something anyway. Right? While a way up close one, they can't attack the fish. I'll mash it out. The fish is attacking them before they can put out a butt, right? So this locks them down a little bit better if you're up close. If you have... Yeah, and if you're too far, then it doesn't lock them down as much. Attack interval 11. Okay, so now let's do the far ranged attack, or yeah, far ranged 2k2d with a KH fish. Because the fish spawns closer to the opponent, even though you're far away, you still get attack level 1. So you still get that really like consistent fish bite on Okizeme. And if you do it way up close, not only do you get a, you know, the consistency of the fish bite is still there, but it also pulls the opponent closer to you. So you get some advantages off that, which will play into something I'll talk about later. Right, so basically it helps stabilize your Okizeme in a very general sense, right? Stabilizes it and even enhances it. So you get better, a more solid Okizeme in this particular situation. Now, the KS fish, you're purposely extending that attack level now. So so attack level now 34. That might at first seem like a bad thing, but it does also open up some very, very interesting possibilities, right? So normally you could never, like 2k2d, okay, you can kind of do this, right? 2k2d regular K-fish dash up 5d. But you know, whatever, you do a little overhead. If you have meter, you can cancel that, whatever, right? Sometimes you hit before, sometimes you hit after the K fish. Ideally, you want to hit before the K fish because you can now convert it without the use of meter if you link it properly, right? Again, it makes things more flexible, but it also makes things a lot more for manually timed setups. So this is like the expert stuff, right? This is what you want to do once you start getting better with the more consistent setups, the more day one setups, the more yeah, the more solid, consistent setups. Once you get used to like the 2K2D K fish, then you can evolve to like the 2K2D KS fish, and you do it like conditionally, right? A really good thing that pro players use now is like the Paluna setup, right? Which revolves around this 2K2, revolves around a 2D knockdown on ice field and the KS fish, and it opens up the possibility of a thing that Paluna was doing quite a bit in top 8, which is this. And this is something that you cannot achieve. You can't achieve that with like the regular K fish or the KH fish, right? KS fish opens up the possibility of this mix-up that helped a top-level Dizzy player get into top 8, right? So, but I wouldn't do it right away. I wouldn't get used to it right away. I would get used to like the K fish and the KH fish here, right? First, and then once you get used to that, then you want to do the KS fish stuff. Now that's just like the 2K2D knockdown or the 2D knockdown. What about the throw? Yeah. Sort of the same thing applies here. I like to do a KH fish. It's more consistent, and well, actually the thing that I like about it from a throw isn't the consistency of how the fish bites, but rather the fish appearing behind them to pull them in. So formerly we had situations like this. You can only do the K fish, and then you can do like 2K2D or 5K2D or 2P. Excuse me, I'm saying all the wrong notations. Formerly you could do like dash up K fish and 2K6H, right? Or 5K6H or 2P6H. But it pushes them out, and you don't get a whole lot on block, right? But now with the KH fish, it appears behind them, it pulls them in, right? So it allows you to do a lot of cool different things. Of course, that combo existed before, but the pressure string you got didn't quite exist before. Right, and that pulls him in. You can Wings of Light and then grab him. You're +9, by the way, if you initiate Wings of Light there. Yeah, so it does open up more possibilities for close and strike throw pressure, and you can even like sort of do some fake pressure like this, right? It's fake because 6H into KH fish or any fish at all is -1, right? But if they try to attack you here, right, generally speaking, there's a really weird situation where the fish will punish them, quote unquote punish them, if they don't do the right set of buttons. So you have a little bit of like a knowledge check thing here, right? So there's a way to kind of get past this, which is like to do a move that cancels into 6P, but most players aren't going to know that. But you got some knowledge check stuff that you can do here, right? Anyway, we can go into that in a little bit, but the point is, the KH fish and the KS fish, there is a purpose behind them, and I do encourage newer players to think about it, but maybe not totally hyper focus on it. And if anything, just do the regular K fish or the KH fish, and worry about the KS fish much later as you improve. But yeah, anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Zaylon, what's up? How's it going? Yo, Gorgonzola Platypus, what's up? And the guy, because I feel resentful, I've decided to write Arctis and have the nerf wings of light. It can now only be used once every 10 minutes. Come on. Yo, Jerry Swan, thank you so much for the donation. I can't see how much that is. Give me a sec here. Really appreciate it, my friend. How's it going? I hope that helped. It's hard for me to see my setup here, so I'll log into Streamlabs to properly assess the situation. Oh, it's at $2.99. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the guys having so much fun learning GG. Hell yeah, dude. I'm happy that I'm part of your fun and learning Guilty Gear. And dude, Jerry, if you have any questions, if you want me to go over anything, especially Dizzy related, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to do that. I'm answering a YouTube question, by the way, so if you guys have questions, let me know. And the question was what the differences between the different fish are. I answered it partially. You know, I don't think that was a good 100% answer, but I think that was good enough. You might be wondering about the pea fish now, and it gets a little complicated with pea fish, and I don't think I can really explain it exactly for the pea fish, but I can explain it in one of my setups, which is basically the Nagai special, Nagai style, as my buddy Daiji calls it. So I use the PS fish, or the P fish here, and it's specifically the PS fish. Right? If I use any other fish here, like if I use P, just a regular P fish, it'll bite prematurely. I don't want that. And same thing with the PH fish. It'll bite prematurely. Don't want that. I want it to not bite until they get up, because it opens up the possibility of me doing some mix-up on the way down. So for example, it extends my overhead, and if I want to go for a low, there we go. If I want to go for a low, you have to delay it a little bit. So yeah, there you go. And then we can go into Paluna if you want to continue our pressure. Do you perhaps have a video on Dizzy's Okizeme? I guess the closest thing I have is is my setup video that I just made. So I'll just copy and paste it right here. This is the closest thing for Okizeme in terms of 2.0 setups. I don't think I have a specific Okizeme video, but maybe we'll go into that in a bit. Korean Deer, how's it going? If I have $1 for each manual delay, I could attend all majors. Yeah, there's quite a bit of manual delaying for Dizzy, hey? You can get thrown out 2K of the 2K, no? That particular 2K, not exactly. If you delay it a little bit, then you can, then you're actually hitting them as they get up. So Jerry Swan says, do you have any specific setups that might lead to grabs? Yeah, let's do that. So the best one, in my opinion, is after a 6H, a fully charged 6H rather. So I'm trying to grab here, I can't grab. It's not even coming out. There you go. That one you cannot grab. So Jerry, the best thing I have, well, I mean, first of all, we need to be close, right? A lot of times grabbing, I mean, not a lot of times, 100% of the time, grabbing requires you to be up close. That's obvious, right? So once you're up close, what can you do? I like to grab actually after plus attacks and sometimes like -1 attacks. So when you're up close, if you're doing some pressure, sometimes even just dashing up to do a 2p and grabbing them, that's okay, right? These aren't guaranteed, by the way. This requires a little bit of a reading on your end to assess how your opponent reacts to a grab, especially a tick grab like that. And from here, you can get a lot of information. You know, if they decide to mash, they'll get out. If they decide to up back, they'll get out. If they decide to do just about anything but be passive, they'll get out, right? So this is like very, very basic tick grab on a -1 attack. Doing a tick grab on a negative attack is like quite okay because there's 5 frames of thrown vol after blocking, after recovering. So like if the opponent is knocked down, for example, they are throw invincible for the first 5 frames. So they can actually mash a button. If you, if you try to throw them as soon as they get up, right, it won't work, right? You have to wait 5 frames after they get up, or block, or get hit, before you can grab them. So what that means is that they can just mash, right? If they mash the fastest normal, like in this case I would do 5p. What? 2p? 5k? There you go. It will beat a tick grab. So I do like doing a 2p, setting up with 2p first, because even though it's -1, you still have to wait 5 frames after they recover. It's okay. So that is actually a legit way for me to like throw them. But you can, of course, you can do it from plus moves. So I like to throw people after a couple volleys of this, see what they do. Again, this has a lot to do with reading your opponent, Yomi. So we're like +5 or +6 after this fire spear. Grabbing here is okay because people are expecting you to loop it usually, right? Now this is especially true once you start seeing the FD, right? In terms of sorry, what did I say? It's especially true. I said especially true without even like setting that up. I like to grab here when I see defensive like habits, right? If people are trying to push me out with FD, they're thinking about defense. They're thinking about the block, right? If they're for some reason doing down back a lot, they're looking for a low, they're looking for an overhead, right? When you start seeing that after a few volleys of this, right, they're blocking it, then going up to grab is my thing of choice, right? It's still a read, so there's still a possibility of your opponent mashing out or up backing, that sort of thing. So I'm not a big fan of strike throw because of that. There's always a possibility of you getting blown up on the wrong read, so be careful of that. One thing I like to do also, setting up with a guard crush. So every time you do this move, you're +12 if you don't do anything, right? If you don't do anything after, this sets up a really good strike throw situation because you bypass throw and vulnerability. I mentioned as you get up, as you block, as you get hit, on recovery of all those situations, you have 5 frames of throw and vulnerability. That does not occur if you decide to block a guard crush. So you have 0 frames of throw and vol here, right? So you can run up and grab. And the answer that I had before to deal with a tick grab has been not totally countered, but slightly mitigated. So they can still up back, they can still backdash, they can still throw attack, right? But what they can't do is mash their fastest normal. If they mash their fastest normal, you're going to punish it with a grab because of the lack of throw frames. So I like to set up tick grabs from this situation. More specifically, it's from another grab. So throw in the corner, 2k OTG, 6H. You see me do this a lot, by the way. I do this. Cancel to Wings of Light. You're +9. You can go for a tick grab. Alright. There you go. So that's probably my go-to for grabbing. You don't have to activate, or sorry, set up Wings of Light here. You can just do it from here. And lately I've been doing Fish Summon. You're -1 here, by the way. You can go for a grab if you want. You know, interestingly, I think... Wait. If they match their fastest normal here, if they're if they're close enough... Actually, you know what? You might be able to... Okay, no, you can't grab their fastest button. But if they try to do something a little bit slower, like a close slash, you can grab that. That's interesting, actually. I never thought about that. But being -1 here, I think a micro dash throw is not bad if you're this close. Or maybe not. You can't. Maybe you won't get the range for it. Anyway. Hope you're doing well. But specific setups require something else to go before it. My specific setup for throws is usually after a throw. So I'll throw them mid-screen, dash up fish. Dash up any fish, dash up throw. This is like the easiest way I set up a throw from another throw. People are expecting you to hit, right? So you throw them instead. People are expecting you to, expecting the fish to hit, right? So they're holding back to block, so you throw them. I think this is, ironically, the best way to set up a throw is from a throw. Here's some psychology, actually, that I noticed. From playing Dizzy for 20 years, this is something I really notice. When the fish is out, whether it's going to be a meaty fish bite or whatever, people are less likely to react to a throw. That's something I've seen throughout the history of me playing Dizzy in Guilty Gear. So even though you don't have like a solid Okizeme fish biting setup, it helps, like just having the fish out there makes your opponent think you're gonna strike them, or they're gonna think the fish is gonna strike them because they don't understand how the fish works. Tatoiba, for example, full screen ice spike. I see that this I do this a lot, and it surprisingly works. It surprisingly works way more often than it should. Ice spike, dash up to K2D, P-fish, run up throw. That P-fish isn't like, that P-fish is not gonna bite the opponent on wake up at all. I'll do this. 2K2D, P-fish, 5P. Make it look like I'm gonna strike. Make it look like the fish is gonna do something, but it doesn't, and I'll dash up and throw. I promise you, like this is probably like up my DR by like 50 points. But of course, don't always do that. There's answers to this. Right? But a lot of the answers that I had before, like backdashing or up backing, like they get mitigated by that P-fish, right? Of course, you can just mash to beat that up. But with that P-fish sitting up there, it actually enhances your low. So you can do something like this, right? Oopsies. Except a better ender there. So that's another way I like to set up a throw. I don't like telling people my setups for throws because throw setups, you know, I don't want to say like these are really good setups. They just work for me personally. And if you cling on to what I say that works for me in terms of throw setups. If they don't work for you, you're gonna come back to my stream and say, Nagai, you fool, you jerk face, you showed me the wrong setup. I'm using this, it's not working at all. And you suck, right? So I'm not like, everyone's throw setups are going to be a little bit different, but the concept is all still there, right? What works for you might not work for me, and what works for me might not work for you. And if my setups somehow make you lose a tournament or whatever, I feel real bad. Especially if it's a throw setup. Again, strike throw setups and committing to one or the other is a very subjective thing. It requires you to read your opponent, and on the wrong read, if they are right, you are very wrong. They can destroy you, they can kill you from you messing up your throw. While a high-low, I like high-lows better, because even if they guess wrong, even if you guess wrong and they guess right on a high-low, you're safe, right? But a strike throw is a lot different. Anyway, well, yeah, I hope that helps. When you're up, you can also do the Kai special at full screen. Okay, this is a very subjective thing. Don't do this that often, but if you notice your opponent dash blocking, here's another throw setup, quote unquote. If you notice them dash blocking, like they'll do this, they're trying to avoid ice spikes and fish and all that. That's a perfect opportunity. That's a perfect opportunity to do a run up full screen throw. Like, I'm not even joking. That sounds like a meme, but it'll work every once in a while, especially if you start seeing like the dash block, right? If you notice all your zoning just keeps getting blocked, just run up and throw. Just try it once, and then that will kind of prevent them from proceeding so cautiously. I'm not even joking. There you go. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. Korean, what's up? Something I like is freeze, point blank, 2D, KH fish, then grab. Yeah, you can grab during setups too. You can grab as a reset on ice field. That helps. That works. Boban, what's up? And yo, Kenja, they should give Dizzy her +R throw range. Yeah, she had one of the best throw ranges in the game, I believe. It was between her, Eddie, aka Zato, and I can't remember the last one. Maybe like Potemkin. More steps the better. How dare you lead us astray? I'm sorry. Zokter says, any advice for hitting throws more often? I miss a lot of throws altogether. I'd say try doing throws from a guard crush. Do that more often, and that might help you land throws more. Also, it depends on your opponent. Now I understand it's still helpful to learn the opponent's habits as well. Yeah, I think it's that's a beautiful thing about fighting games, right? It's not just black and white. It's very gray, and it's you're playing a game of a mental game as well as like a executionary game. You're not just playing the game, you're playing against the player. Yeah, full screen throw, the forbidden once a set technique to instill fear. Yeah, the Marth throw range. Give her the I don't know who's got a really good throw and smash. To give her the Donkey Kong throw range. Yeah, the full screen dash up throw. Learned that from Kai Kisuke himself. My hero says, yeah, you definitely have to condition your opponent with enough frame traps to discourage mash or jump before they're going for throws. There's that, and there's also noticing if they throw tech, right? If you're throwing and they throw tech, sometimes dashing up and then back dashing helps. Dashing up and doing air dash back. It's an air dash back JH or JS. We see this. That helps too. That's on like the third layer. But yeah, anyway, hope you're all doing well. What's up? let me know if you have any more questions. If not, then I do have things I want to go through, and they kind of relate to what we've been talking about actually. So I was talking about the KH stuff, right? So this particular situation, missing throws point blank. So my hero says that could be not understanding how throws work. You get 5 from throw, involve, and wake up. Yeah, sometimes if you try to throw too quickly after a recovering state, such as on wake up or block or getting hit, you have to be patient with the throw, right? Delay a little bit and then throw. Yeah. Same thing. Throw and vol after block. Throw and vol after getting hit. Right. So, sorry. You have to wait until throw and vol is over, and then you go for a throw. Just be a little more patient. If they're asleep at the wheel and getting hit with a tick throw, you can afford to wait a little bit. And if you notice a throw tech, then you do the next step, which is like do this, dash up, backdash, and then do a big button. How do I beat you in rank next time we get paired? Well, that's the neat thing. No, I was gonna say that's the neat thing. You don't. I'm joking. Next time we pair in rank, you got a 50-50 chance, man. Let's see. For me, if you want to beat me, I say throwing me. Okay, so I'm gonna say that, but then I'm gonna think about that next time we play, and I'm gonna focus on throwing. And you can use that information against me. But generally speaking, I'm not very good at throw techs. But now that I said that, so you see, yeah, it gets a little complicated, you know? Try your best. There we go. Good question, good question. I'll send you a dust loop page. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, to beat Nagai and Brahma with gift subs. That's right. Every tier of sub you do for me, I decrease in power level. But you tech the throws. I'm sorry. Like I said, throws are subjective. All right. Yeah, that's a good question. I should dissect how that'd be a good thing for me to figure out. How do I like, what are my defensive habits? How do you crack my defensive habits? And that will get me to think about how to improve. Oh, anyway, so I want to mess around with more fake KH fish setups. What do I mean by that? Well, you've been noticing me do this a lot. After a throw, instead of doing an okizeme hit into a fish bite or whatever, like I love doing this, by the way. Right, I love doing that. Either go for a strike or go for a throw. Right, but lately when I see my opponent have burst or have access to some form of a reversal, lately I've been doing something a little bit more passive, which is just jump up. Jumping up here allows them to escape if they want with a little bit of coverage, but it also protects me from like wake up buttons or something like that, right? If they do 5k, I can block that. The fish bites him. And most importantly, what I'm usually doing here is I'm scouting out for the burst or their wake up reversal. Oopsies. This is a gimmicky reset. This is a gimmicky situation here. Right? So it's a very loose setup, but it also opens up the possibility of a mix-up on the way down. This is what I like about it. Right? I can go for a delayed overhead. Right? And it can open up to a big combo if I do it properly. Or I can go for a low. So the counter to it is actually, yeah, wake up air throw. So if you see me do this a lot, by the way, Kenja, the answer is to see that I jumped and throw. So this is something I've been working on, right? Something that I've been experimenting with. It's actually been very helpful, especially against players who are very wake up happy. So if they're, you know, if they've wake up happy, as in they like to burst on wake up, they like to DP on wake up, they like to do something on wake up. And I think most players in like 1400 or around 1500, that mark below or a little bit after, they're just expecting you to strike, because who in the right mind wouldn't expect that? Like, I would either hit you or I would throw you, right? Right here. With the fish out there too, maybe your opponent doesn't really understand the fish mechanics. They might expect the fish to bite on wake up, so they'll do nothing, right? And at that moment, you know, if they're uneasy, or if they're expecting the strike or the fish to bite, they're going to be delayed by like a few frames to assess the situation before they're able to like jump up and grab you. Is the mentality. But with that said, I strongly believe if you're playing offline and you jump up like that, it won't be too bad to try to tech that. What is it? I think someone mentioned that the tech window, for a grab is 10 frames, and by the time they get up to this point, right? By the time they get up here to grab you, about 10 frames have passed, right? 4 frames of, is it 4? Maybe 5 frames of pre-jump, then 5 frames to get up here, and then you have 10 frames to tech the throw. I strongly believe in an offline situation, if you're locked in, you'll be able to just see that, tech it. And then, although like you won't get punished for doing this, but you'll reset the situation for choosing something that is safe to a lot of different wake up options. So like, even though there's answers to this, I don't think it's necessarily like a very, very bad option to do. It's just like a very like a, what is it? You're sort of maintaining momentum passively, almost. You know, it's not quite okizeme. It's not quite true okizeme. It's like fake okizeme that has rewards if your opponent is like one step behind. Yeah. So these are like the fake setups that I've been working on, that I've been thinking about, just to be safe from like wake up bursts, wake up DPs, while applying some form of pressure. Now I've also thought about this situation here too. I've seen Paluna do this a lot, and I see Daiji do this actually quite a bit too. 6H into K-Fish. You're -1 here, right? And you're kind of doing the same thing. You're kind of scouting out your opponent to see what they do. You can do a little bit of a strike here, but because it's -1, if they strike you with their fast spawn, you're gonna trade with them. Yeah, it's another layer in the mental stack, exactly. Right. If they don't appropriately use the right button here, yeah, you'll trade with them. Actually, they'll just beat you. If they use the appropriate button, they'll just beat you, right? So perhaps your opponent recognizes that this is a negative situation for Dizzy, but then you just block. You hold back to block. And then they get, they can't get hit. Although there are answers to this. If they cancel into 6p. I don't want to completely gaslight you guys, but like, yeah, if they cancel into 6p, they're out, right? But that's when you start playing around with this. You notice that they'll do like a 2p, so you do a 6p instead, right? Which will beat their, oh no, I guess not in this case. Some people's 2p get beat up by Dizzy 6p. Right. Or not. Anyway, so you get an interesting situation that you can play around with. It's sort of a knowledge check, I think. Honestly though, but by implementing this in my game plan, my repertoire of things I do, it has got me to win matches more. It adds to the mental stack, as Kenjo is saying. But if you do it at a far distance enough, you still get that situation where you can jump forward, and if they respect it long enough, if they respect the situation too much, you get that air dash back JH situation, right? Right, let's do that. So I guess you want to go a little bit closer. Maybe it's better in the corner. Do that for instance. So I'm jumping up and I'm blocking immediately. But it doesn't always work, right? I think you have to be a little bit farther away. It's not perfect. But... oh shit. Anyway, this is a work in progress. Maybe don't do that there. But there's another situation that I want to test out. After Ice Spike full screen. These are my gimmicky setups. Actually, let's take a little bit of a break to read some of this. Can also do some charge 6H shenanigans with the Fisher. Yeah, exactly. You can like loop more 6Hs. So Ken just says, I mean, you gotta test your opponent's awareness of resets so they get hit on the next rep when you go into the next level. Yeah, for every like fake reset you do, it sort of indirectly enhances your real setups. You know what I mean? So like, it gives them more things to think about. Yo, Catgirl Grace, how's it going? This is great if they mash and you block after you get a combo. If they do nothing, you'll be play. Exactly. Yeah. I like that. It's like if you guys play Smash Brothers. If you play Smash Brothers Brawl or Smash Brothers Ultimate, you'll know that if you play Snake or fight against Snake, when he's holding a grenade, you don't go in, right? He holds a grenade and then he shields, and then you're gonna get grenaded. You're gonna blow up. There's answer to that. But it's like really cheap and hard to deal with. Kind of like this, right? Maybe not as cheap. But yeah, this is like the Solid Snake heavy grenade. What was it? The Solid Snake 5B tech. That's this fish. This is the grenade fish right here. Because mental stack is not just recognizing what they're doing, it's taking time to process what they need to do to beat the option. And in high stakes situations, people hesitate or read it wrong. Yeah, that's a very good way of putting it. All right, so another way that I want to play around with this is in this situation. So this is an attack interval 8 situation. So I have time to grab them, right? If I wanted to, or I can strike. I get this a lot, just a stray Ice Spike. Yo, Vi, how's it going? What's up? Hope you're doing well, man. Right. You have the means to do a strike throw here. Although I don't think you can do a 2k6h very comfortably. You probably have to do 2k into close slash. In fact, let's test that out. Brawl's my childhood. Says my hero. There you go. Does that work with standing? I played Brawl in university. My Japanese friend would bring his portable setup, and then he played Meta Knight and I played Solid Snake. So 2 top tiers, except Meta Knight was super strong. So there's this. You can do the strike, you can do the throw, but we can also do the broken setup, or rather the not broken, but the fake setup, right? In this case, maybe it might be worth faking a throw, dashing up, and then... Oh, maybe not. If you dash up and then I guess we could fake it with a 2K, like a walk up. So this is gonna be like the throw. You walk up and then you throw, and then like the fake out is like you walk up and then you push up. Not dash. We don't want dash. Something like that, right? So they think you're gonna do it. Although, okay, that makes the... It's not that solid of a fish bite, you know? Perhaps we do need to just jump. Actually, you know what? Let's test out that situation, though. This could be a good way to, like, bait a throw tech. So they see you walk up and they try to throw. Of course, they can mash. Maybe they can mash. They should be able to air throw you, right? Or maybe not. Okay, hold up. Let's just jump up. Let's do that. Let's just KH fish and then jump up. Do that. I'm gonna hold up back after the K fish. Okay, I'm so locked into blocking. Okay, that's good. And if I immediately try to air grab, you can still air grab, yeah. But I don't think I have a lot of room to do that because I block right there. So they'd have to actually be holding up for the entire time as they're getting up, right? So I can't just like see that you jumped and then go for an air grab. Otherwise you just get swatted in the air like that. So even though this is like not true Okizeme, it's like you're still jailing him in mid-screen. What happens if they backdash now? Backdash gets swatted. And then if they hold it, then they have to... Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that, actually. Huh! I like that. That's cool. Could you air dash back JS to be air throw? I guess you'd have to commit to the air dash back. Let's take a look. Like, you'd have to... If they're gonna go air throw, you probably just air dash back early and then... Oh! I wonder... Okay. Could you just JK them in the air? It's just for science. Okay, this is not gonna combo or anything like that, right? You know what? Let's do it delayed. Okay, I'm just testing something out because if they get hit in the air, try and go for air grab. You can probably, yeah, you can juggle that situation. Although you do have to do it, you do have to change your gears and not do a JH. I don't know how you want to convert that though. And of course, what's cool about this is that the big point of it is to be more defensive, right? So after this, if they decide to burst on wake up, okay, well you should be able to block that. If they decide to DP on wake up, you're blocking that. Yeah, anyway, something I wanted to play around with. We'll try and do that in an actual match. So full screen ice spike after throw, I showed that after 6H. Wasn't very successful. But yeah, anyway. It's about 8 o'clock right now. Let me show one more thing I want to try out in a match. And I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off in a ranked match, but it'd be nice to be able to do this in the ranked match. Now we're using the KS fish here, but if this all works, we can actually KO our opponent with about 50% meter. Okay, after this we'll take a quick break and then we'll hit up rank. And it doesn't have to be in the corner, it can be just slightly away from the corner. Right. So we're just gonna get my opponent to guard the first hit. Because the point is not to open them up with the cross up anyway. The point is to open them up with that JH. And if we do, we can actually KO them in one go like that. One sequence. So again, I'm only using 50% meter. But they must block the first hit. I'm counting on them blocking the first fish bite. If they don't block the first fish bite, then we go into another reset and it becomes a 3-touch setup instead of a 2-touch. But I think that'd be cool. This one in particular would be cool to try in a match. Alright, with that said, what do we have here? Okay, so pre-roll ads are back on, so I'm going to turn them off by running a 3-minute ad break. And once we're done with that, then we'll do some matches. So I'm going to run the ad break right now. If you guys have YouTube Premium, check out the YouTube. And you don't get ads there. And there's also the Discord. So let's run ads while I do a little bit of execution practice before going into matches. Alright, BRB. And for those who are still here, let's just practice some execution. I really need to get better at doing the Paluna setups, right? I think these are very valuable. So 2K2D. Basically, yeah, if we do a nice spike at far range like this, a far range ice spike, we're gonna dash up in 2D at near max range, and then do something like that. An air dash back JK setup. So do it again. That's a good range. We can even do the super jump JKK. And that actually helps auto time a landing low very well. So we can test that out and make sure it's oopsies. We can test that out to see if it's a meaty hit. Alright, so I'm gonna try to mash grab and wake up. Yeah. Either I was out of range or it was in fact meaty. But you'll see Paluna do this. Dash up and air dash back JK. We're gonna try and do that. I like the setup. It's not too bad to do. There's a lot of manual timing, but it's very effective. We can cut back on some manual timing by doing a super jump JKK, but setting that up requires even more manual timing because you have to have the perfect distance after your knockdown. After that 2D knockdown. That might be a little bit too far away. But let's combine everything together just for executionary practice. That might be a little... Ah, that worked. Okay. I feel like that won't work if they walk back. We're not close enough. Oh, okay, it did work. Sometimes if they up back, if you're too far, they'll escape it though. So let's up back. I would never suggest up backing on someone's okezeme, because like they can simply just go for a low, and then you get opened up. I think that's the perfect height. Sorry, the perfect length. I just messed up the super jump. Yeah, I keep getting my fire spear. The fire spear is happening because I'm canceling, or I'm doing the JK a little bit too quick. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get used to this. So that fish hit a little bit too soon. I wonder if I accidentally did a regular K-fish. Alright. Dash him a little bit deeper. Not the right setup. Okay. A couple more times here. When in doubt though, I think I just want to manual time it. But getting the perfect, consistent air dash low would require that super jump. I like to whiff my... So Cat Girl Grace says, I like dash jump with JK as my frame kill. Like, something like that, hey? Yeah. It kills some frames, but not the perfect amount of frames. You know what I mean? Like, I usually like to, if I'm gonna do like a regular jump, I usually like to do a JH because it kills more frames. It doesn't exactly kill enough frames for me to do a perfect air dash back, but, you know, it locks you out from doing some funny motions, right? It locks you out from doing like an air dash back way too early. I like to, yeah, I'd say, yeah, it's a little bit too short, I think, for a good frame kill. But yeah, with just whatever's comfy. Honestly, it's a timing aid in that case. Whatever makes you get that low air dash more consistently works, right? I used to be like, never do something like that because it never perfectly times your frame kill, right? I used to be like that, but then I realized people just do things out of comfort and it helps them time things. It's like when pitchers throw in baseball, right? Kevin Gausman, for instance, has a little routine. He like kicks, does his hat thing, you know, does a little step 3 times, and then he throws. And that's why, perhaps that's why he's such a good pitcher and more consistent, because you have like all these different things to kind of make you more consistent on more of the obtuse timings. I like the I never really, I will never tell someone not to do this unless it's like, unless it's actually something that can be punished somehow, you know what I mean? The JK is good timing for me. I don't mess up the, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just do it, right? Whatever makes you comfy. And also, another cool thing is that it adds personality to your play, right? Maybe you're the only one who does it, and if you watch 10 other Dizzy players and they see this one player doing the JK in the air, they can be like, yo, that's Cat Girl Grace, right? It adds, it's like your personal trademark. I want this to be my personal trademark, the super jump JKK stuff. You know? But I think whatever makes it easier to get this consistent. Yeah, but Paluna just doesn't do any frame kills. You know it's Paluna when you see a Dizzy in top 8 of like a big major. That's Paluna's trademark right now. That is currently the Paluna special. And I associate this with Paluna too. Yeah, being good is just the trademark. That's right. Alright, so let's do this on this side a few times. Alright. Actually, I'm not gonna break the wall or go for the wall break. I'm just gonna do the Paluna a couple times just to practice it. The Snow White style, as Daiji calls it. I love that. That's a little bit too far. You don't want a 2D too far. Just right. Just like Mama Bear. Not too hard, not too soft, just right. And not get them a kill sword. Cry Santa, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Oh. Alright. I think we're ready. I think we got the tools we need. Let's do a little bit of a review. Ice Spike, 2K2D. Every once in a while, KH Fish, jump up. And when I do the jump up stuff, you know what? I'm not gonna do close slash in an actual match here. We're just gonna go JH into 5K. JH into 5K. Maybe not do that. Yo, Wolfgang Vice, how's it going? What's up? Hope you're doing well, man. The guy should frame kill by tapping down twice. Okay, hey. That is an actual tactic. Offline. So, you guys know that backdashing, of course you guys know this, is done with a double motion, right? Double tap? You hear that, right? Bam, 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 bam. Back in the day, there was no dash macro. So to do this particular mix-up, you'd hear tap, tap, slash. Tap, tap, heavy slash. Did you know that humans can react better and faster from auditory signals than visual signals? So what my buddy did, and he noticed this, apparently this is a thing that I used to do, subconsciously. This thing here is bothering me. On the corner. One sec. Oh, there we go. What he did was, instead of doing tap tap heavy or whatever, he was playing soul, right? He noticed that I was blocking this a lot, and I didn't even notice it. Apparently, subconsciously, I was listening to the double tap, and then I was blocking high. Tap tap, block high. And my buddy noticed this before I did, so what he did, instead of tapping back twice or tapping forward twice, he tapped down twice. So that he went like this, and then went for a low. And he didn't tell me until several years later that that's how he got me with like these mix-ups. Like, damn, you son of a jerk. So doing down down, although you don't really see it in an actual match, you know, you can't visually see that this is someone's trademark. It's an actual tactic for offline play when you're playing Guilty Gear Plus R or Guilty Gear Xrd or any kind of fighting game air dasher that has like a delayed overhead like this. Anyway, that's very interesting. Amalite, how's it going? What's up? Hope you're doing well. Chrysant, doing fine. Just need a break from ranked. Feels like I'm hitting a plateau. It's been rough. Speaking of which, it is time for me to hop into ranked. Let's just jump right into it. This could be bad. This could be good. All right. So currently we are 1646. And I actually have another account that's ahead of me. We're gonna try to chase my other account. But this is the dawn of a new era in that there's new ranked matchmaking. The code is fixed, apparently. So we're gonna check out this new ranked matchmaking situation and see if we can get more matches. Around this time, it's hard to find matches. So currently I'm sitting at 48, but my other account, Quesadilla Power, is sitting at 1658. Let's chase it and maybe go ahead of it. And we might even go lower than that. We might lose points today, but that's okay. It's all about learning. It's all about being brave and just hopping onto ranked and play some matches. Right? I'm not gonna get good if I don't play. So let's go ahead and search for matches here. Let's cancel this. Let's first of all, you know what? Let's check out West Coast. Normally I'm looking at East Coast because the matchmaking is not very good. Let's see if we change it to West Coast. If anything, let's go West Coast, same region for now, and see if we can find any matches. And while it's doing this, I'm gonna change my music. Let's put on some Warcraft 2 music. Human. I have a feeling we're not going to find any matches in West Coast. But just to test the parameters, just to test the little system stress test for ranked, you know. And if we can't find matches in a couple minutes, we'll expand the search. West Coast and then all regions. All right. Yo, Foxhound, how's it going? Morning, the guy in stream. How's it going, man? What's up? Welcome. We're going to war. That's why I have Warcraft 2 music. I don't know if you guys can hear the music very well. If not, let me know to turn it up. Okay, so we're gonna try and do this. You can hear it well? Okay, nice. Why do I have Warcraft 2 music? Well, Dizzy is the queen. And a queen has her army. And we are the loyal knights of Dizzy. For the queen. The paladin actually says, for the king. But we're gonna change it up for this stream. There we go. Oh. I felt the little wiggle and the connection. That usually means it's trying to connect us with somebody. Okay, and let's do a couple lows. The lows, we have to not gaslight ourselves. Oopsies. Make sure that they're standing. Don't want to be too close. I'm doing a little bit of the cat girl grace now. The JK in the air. Yeah, I guess the low you do need to be a bit closer, and you need to of course delay it. Doesn't seem as effective as the air dash back when you're doing it. Yeah, that's true. But it is the low equivalent of the air dash back JK. I would say do the low once you start establishing that they're blocking the high. Like every good mix-up has a high and a low, right? And right now I'm finding that people are blocking they're not blocking the high, but once they do, then that's when you want to start implementing the low. What am I? Am I not doing the KS fish? Or it's too far. That was too far for sure. Ooh, this is an issue. Okay, so I'm doing it way too close. Huh, that looks like I'm not that far. Here we go. The violet style. What do you think of the charge 5D while they're on ice pH fish into cage setup? The violet style, I like that one. I think you can comfortably do a back and forth between Paluna style and violet style. The thing about the charge 5D is that you need to be really up close with your opponent. At a range where had you gone for like Paluna style or if you had like you need space for the Paluna style, but you need to be up close for the violet style, right? So I think you can interchange between the two. All right, so did I do this right? Yo, most chair, how's it going? What's up? Is it possible to dash after the red Roman cancel? Yeah, it is. You can dash right underneath them, but by doing that, you do miss out on activating Wings of Light. I know the high-low is good there. What I mean is, it seems better than the charge dust one. Let's go Dizzy. Just wondering if you had the same experience with it. I haven't messed around with the charge 5D one a whole lot, to be honest. Simply because a lot of the charge dust one requires a micro dash fish right afterwards, and I'm not very good at setting that up. I'll show you. For instance, you need to do like a dash up. A lot of the setups anyway require a dash up fish, which executionary wise, I'm not there yet. I'm not there to make it consistent yet. So when I'm out close, I'd rather just do one of my setups for now. Right, if I can. I want to represent some of my own setups. If I can do it. So this is a regular K-fish. Something like that, right? Right here I could do it. I can loop into either Paluna right there, or I can loop into Violet. Sure, let's go. Okay, so Chainsaw Man. Denji? Alright, let's do this. Ram is a tough cookie. Alright, first rank match. Let's go. Oh. Nice XP. Oh, I messed up. I messed up pretty big time. That should have been a kill.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Thanks. Okay, it's okay. Oh, a little bit of lag? It's okay. Okay. Alright. No problem. I was a little bit worried about not being able to punish properly after the mortal battle, but I should have just went for something. That's okay. Don't think about that. We got this. Dashboard block. Okay. That's it, eh? Seeing a pattern. Shit. Double? Do it again? Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Yikes.
Your real strength isn't meant for fighting.
What can Duran get a Daro now? On hit, I think she can just do a combo, like a 5k juggle. Tough matchup. I could have done that. I did a whole bunch of dumb things. Like air stalled a little bit. I messed up my combo actually, the ice spike PRC. Yeah, that was on me. That was totally on me. I got the read on my ice spike, but I messed up the combo after. That could have that should have been able to do something. Right. Yeah, the PRC threw the timing off. To be fair though, I should have just done 2K2D pure ice spike and not done anything. And if they blocked, then PRC it. That's what I should do. That would have saved meter for the super. And in the corner too, I blocked a Daro, Mortal Battle. And I should have been able to punish it. Probably a nice raw Mikhail sword and then pick up. Right? Well, I guess that won't pick up. Or even just a 2D Mikhail sword. Yeah, Pool, how's it going? What's up? I should have been able to win that. I mean, definitely props to the Ram player, but I definitely messed up a lot of executionary things, which I shouldn't. But I like how that Ram was adapting to a lot of different things. Like, notice how that Ram was actually up backing a little bit after the after this fake setup. But that, like I said, it opens up the possibility of doing other things, like doing a 2K right after. Gaming is going good. Oh, playing the same guy again. I thought matchmaking was different. I thought they changed it. What the heck? Did the patch roll out already or what? All right, let's get our points back then.
Duel 1.
I shouldn't have done this. Okay. Matchmaking's around the back. That's very silly of me. Well done. So that was me. Well, yeah, that was me trying to wire C there, but nothing to wire C. It's okay. Got the burst. Shit. Stubby normals. Okay, no worries. That's actually okay. Who's so slime? How's it going? What's up? Ah, well done. Shit! Tough. Doable. Alright. GG's. I think it's doable. But, definitely tough. Okay. Let's just expand those parameters once again. Ram. She did get her pressure changed too. So a lot of things that we used to be looking out for, they're kind of still there, but yeah. Kind of still there, but the delay on the explosion kind of throws me off too. I think I could do it. I spent a little bit too much time doing my fake throw stuff. I think I should have saved that for a little bit later. So Vi says, I'm very tempted to get into Tekken 8 near the future because they announced Yujiro. Let's go. That's true. Alright, we lost a bunch of points, but that's okay. We'll get him back. I think if I just stuck with like my old stuff in that match, we would have seen a little bit better results. I think I'm still kind of wobbling around with the new stuff I'm working on. That's okay. It's gonna make me better. Tekken is totally an anime fighter. It's got like Final Fantasy characters, right? Now it's got Yujiro. Tekkenate burst when? Tekkenate Budokai Tenkaichi? It's got number notation? That's right. Totally an anime game. Okay. If I'm gonna do this cross up, I gotta do how to get this a little closer. That's it right there. Alright, let's go. Man, I got destroyed by that ram. Alright, let's do this now.
Duel 1.
2S round start? Oh shit. Okay, well done. Perhaps just a little greedy with that burst, but that's okay. Okay. I got so lucky there. Okay, we'll take it. Okay.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Quit it.
don't know why I dashed forward there. But it is what it is. Okay, let's try to draw out that burst. Or win. Let's go for something very bold, like a throw. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so Kensha says after blocking S sword, Leo is incentivized to do that dashing special S, like the... Yeah, I see that. It's -6, so if you IB, get 2k punished. Okay, good to know. I guess I was looking for ways to... Like, could I 6p that? I was looking for ways to punish the move. So I was doing a Mikhail sword again after. I'm like, okay, that's getting punished. And then I switched over to doing a 6p, but that got punished too. So I guess IBing would be the best way. Or maybe backdashing, I'm not sure. Let's see, how do I test that out? So I'm gonna Mikhail sword. Oh, I got it. Is this 12 from start so it's possible? I was thinking 2S. I think if he's fast enough. Dash up. $5K? Okay, maybe 5K? It will trade. Guess I could punish it on whiff. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't. It varies, I suppose. All right, let's put on some StarCraft. Turn music. Let's go. This looks like the same ping as that Ramathel player. Jam, okay. Raijin QQ. All right, let's go.
Slap.
Okay. Woo! Perhaps this music's a little too loud? I don't know. Shit. Okay, you know what? I got some bursts out of that, so I'm gonna meet in the air again. I was really hoping that pop wouldn't happen so you wouldn't give her an opportunity to burst, but it worked out. Can I not punish the parry? The parry counter? I should be able to punish that, right? I need to know. We need to know this. This is something very important to know. Okay, dust loop. Jam. What's the move called? Parry? No way, -2 on block? What? Okay. I was a little gaslit because I thought it was negative whatever, I can punish it. Since the first interaction, she was able to, or she PRC'd it. Yo, Gamu, good morning, how's it going? What's up? Genmu, Vi was saying, asking if Tekken 8 is an anime game now that it has Yujiro. So maybe it's time to switch over to Tekken 8. Oh, you like the smug? I like it too. It looks like it's inspired by Peach and Goma. This is something that my wife got me actually for my birthday last year, and I forgot about it. She put it in my computer room, my study, but I don't go to my study very often anymore. And I found it in there. I'm like, whoa, this is a cute cut. When did you get this? I thought this was my wife's, and she said she got it from me for my birthday. I'm like, damn, I'm sorry. I love it. You know, I like the, it makes me happy when I look at it, right? Kachikochi says, no, bro, not Tekken. Why not? I've never played Tekken competitively. You know, I was always very casual with it. Shilu Lupon, how's it going? Thank you so much for the follow. But the character that really stuck out to me was, what's her name? Lydia. Because she does actual karate. I think she's really cool. I heard there's a new rank system. When was this update? It was actually about 8 or 9 hours ago there, Koala Field. Or Qualified. Oh, I like your name even more. You know, Koala Field sounds pretty cool. Qualified is a nice pun. But yeah, about 8 or 9 hours ago, they quote-unquote fixed matchmaking. Or they rearrange the algorithm somehow to make it better. I'm not really noticing it a whole lot. I am playing against players who are around my rank more. Last time I played was when Queen Dizzy came out. That was maybe, what was it? That was like a year and a half ago? Okay, let's do this. Yeah, I'm usually playing the new DLC character, and then I'll switch over to... Excuse me, I'm usually playing the new DLC characters, and once I get bored of them, I sometimes switch to like my quote-unquote main at the time, which always switch to. But I've been stuck with Dizzy since she came out. I'm really enjoying it. Alright, here we go. Copa. I was Celestial, but I don't know what high rank is right now. High rank is, I guess, Diamond and Vanquisher. Definitely Gatsu. Thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Alright, I'm gonna lock in here because this is a ranked match. And Qualifield, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Give me 1 second here. Actually, that would have been okay. Shit. Shit. Oh my goodness, a little bit of lag there. That wasn't very good on my part. Well, let's try to win this set here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Nice conversion. Sarah, bad guy, thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Okay, do it right this time. That's good. Oh, no way. Okay. Damn. So slippery, this guy. Shit. I felt like Faust is so slippery. It's okay, we'll get it next time. Lydia rocks. I do love karate characters. Ranks were reset, reworked like yesterday, but the new system was added late August, I think. Yeah. GG's tough matchup. I always find Faust a bit tough of a matchup, but I think it's more of a me thing than a Dizzy versus Faust thing. Oh, that's it. The music is a little bit too high for me, so I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. And maybe turn it up on. There we go. Hopefully it's better balance here. Vanquisher Faust are a different breed. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get my head around how to fight against Faust, because I feel like I figured it out in some versus some players, but then other players, I don't know. They just play a little bit different and it throws me right off. That's okay. Vanquisher Faust. I main hated that matchup, but always won like 90% of it. Just had to try not to mess up. Yeah, there were some moments where I got a good moment. I got a good opportunity, but something dropped. I got hit with that cross-up quite a bit, actually. I wonder if you can, like, react to it. The mix cross-up. Should I be looking to react to it, or should I just guess? I'm not sure.
Oh, come back later, okay?
I mean, okay, H-Jump, how's it going? Faust fights are just insanity and almost never that enjoyable to me, says H-Jump. Yeah, they're, I wish there were just more clear answers to certain things. I find like I'm not understanding a lot of things that are happening. And when I establish an understanding, there's something else going on. You know, he's certainly like a Looney Tunes character, which I'm sure that was part of his game design, right? So it's hard to be really upset with it. Just playing the game. Sarah, how's it going? Says he's much more reliant on items this patch. Yeah. I guess, yeah, every patch he like sort of changes, right? So adds another element of what do you do? I don't play enough. What is going on? Qualify says, is everyone still using Soul Bad Guy? I remember Mochi winning Arc and that's all I saw in Tower. I think there's some. A lot of, I've played maybe a couple on Ranked. I wonder what the play is here. Once I get this knockdown. Once I get the overhead. Knockdown again into another setup, or just complete the combo. Sarah says, there's some stuff you can do if you're dealing with this metered mix-ups, since there's no item backing it up. Like, for example, Scarecrow PRC. The new PRC mechanic makes it less risky to try and jump on reaction, because close touch does no damage anymore. Oh, right! I forgot about that. So that really helps me. On the Mix RC, you can fuzzy throw. Fuzzy throw and snip because a command grab changes. I'm probably the only souls left at the moment. Good luck, gunbot it. So he's like the same character but a little weaker, it seems. Alright, let's go. Oh, Gamu plays Soul? Gamu plays all the extinct characters. I wouldn't be surprised that Gamu is like a paleontologist or archaeologist, because Gamu plays Testament, Soul, and probably a character we don't know or we've forgotten. Leopoldrin. Fossil lover, that's right. Dinosaurs are cool. Nothing wrong with that. There we go. Alright, let's just go into another setup. well, you know, I can do a cross up. I'll do a cross over here, actually. That's a horrible cross up. Man, it's matchmaking. Yeah, you know what? I quite like this because a lot of my setups do require a certain range. Not too close, not too far. Like, this is too far, right? Far for me to do anything that I like to do. So then, that's when we do the Paluna sweep. There we go. Gamer says, Soul of my go-to back and old Guilty Gear is just punching things. That's right, punching things Fafnir into, what is it? Is that mechanic? Oh, not Wi-Fi. Force break. Qualified says, I'm excited to play again. Can't wait to play today and see where I stand in these updates I missed. Yeah, let's go. You wanna play? Are you gonna continue to play Dizzy Qualified? Or are you gonna switch characters? Lucy looks really cool. Finally bought a controller. Gamer says, I haven't really updated the combos, been too preoccupied with Testament. Nice. Yeah, new controller is always nice. Always nice to break it in. Yo, Vivi, how's it going? What's up? How you doing? No. We don't log into... Oh, Riot Snap? That janky move? Yeah. Yo, Gemi, let me know if the music is too quiet. I dialed it back a little bit in my headphones, but I also increased the volume in my OBS. It's too far. You can still hear it. Should I turn it up? Let me know if you want me to turn it up. Maybe a tad? Okay. I think that's a tad there. Alright, now let me know if it's too loud. Sounds good? Okay. It's good practice for the Paluna style. Vivi, hope you're doing well. This would be a good opportunity to also do the Vivi style. Right here. Got the range. Oh! A little bit too close. Perfect. Okay, you got it. Sometimes the sound balance is off because it's the actual music that's playing, and because I'm drawing this out of YouTube. I guess we need to be closer for the VV style. You found more 5D stuff? Let's go. Oh, I saw that you sent me a message for the fuzzies. I saw it, but then it was one of these times where I woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, cool. And I just fell asleep and I forgot about it because like there's nothing to notify me that there was something in my inbox. Yeah. Cool stuff. $5D fuzzies. Oh, the same Faust. Alright. Let's get our points back. was scary. The bomb. Okay, let's go. So Vivi says, at this point my video has 8 minutes of 5D steps. I need to keep working on the script now. I've never made a video with a voiceover. Yeah, it's
It's all thanks to you two.
it adds the scripting and the voicing over does add quite a bit more work. Good luck, but don't be afraid to don't be afraid to do new things. It's cool that you are. But having text over is okay too. A lot of people do that, but I prefer hearing someone's voice. If I can. Okay, hold up. Give me a sec. Does that make it unblockable? Shit. Crap. That was my bad for bursting so soon. Not happy with having a burst there, but it's okay. That's actually okay. Thank you. All right, let's go. Yo, the chap, how's it going? What's up? Reminded me of potentially going out for a Timmy's run. Actually, my wife's taking a nap, but she's taking care of a cat, our friend's cat named Jim. And she goes over in about half an hour to take care of Jim, give him his medicine, feed him. And I asked my wife to do a Timmy's run on the way back. So once she gets up, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna order on my phone, and then we're gonna get a cold brew, hazelnut cold brew with chocolate syrup, and maybe like a pecan tart or something like that. Yeah. Hope you're doing well, man. What's up? And Vivi, let me read some of that. Sorry, I was just locked in there. Vivi says, yeah, I want text too, especially for notation, because there's a lot of micro walks and other things not everyone would see. Yeah. So, yeah. I usually, for my process for making videos so far, and I need to do something better with it. I'd like to have a better, more, systematic way of doing it, because the end result of my videos tend to be like more video essays than actual informational vids of like, this is the setup, this is what you do, this is a setup, this is a high low, this is another setup, this is a high low, this is the other setup, this is a cross up. You know, like, it's not easy to process my videos, my newer videos right now, in terms of like presenting the information in like a very compact, digestible way. I end up just talking, right? So my videos end up being like, I just talk about the setup and how cool it is, and like, oh yeah, here's another setup, oh by the way, here's another one, and like there's like a lack of coherence. There's a little bit of a storyline to it, but there's a lack of like you know, bite-sized information for you to be like, this is a video that has 10 setups and we're just going to go through them in order or whatever. So that's what I want to try and do for the next one anyway, like an okizeme video or whatever. But I don't know, maybe people like me just talking, just yapping. and putting footage over it. It is scripted, obviously, right? So I'll just write the script, and then it's gonna have a flow to it. But then I find out after that there's so much weight on one part of the video, and there's not enough weight for like other parts. Like, my last video with the setups, for example, I have some VV Violet setups, and that meant to be like equal amounts of energy as the beginning part of it. But at the end, I just got tired, right? But anyway, so like to have the footage ready, and then think of a script, I think that's better, because then you know what you want to be talking about, right? Rather than me, I have an idea of what I want to put in there, put in my video, I script it, and then I put the footage after. I mean, it works for me, I guess. Anyway, I would say, yeah, whatever you end up doing there, VV, I'm sure it's gonna be good as long as it's got the content, the setups. We're gonna love it. Anyway, a little bit of insight of how I think about my videos. Jose Barra, how's it going? What's up? What's a new update? The new update is a ranked update. Ranked mode is still the same, but matchmaking should put you up with people who are within the same level, and it will hopefully prevent you from playing someone who's like way higher level or way lower level. The downside of it, I'm finding, is that it's harder for me to lock into matches. So there's been a good like 3 or 4 minutes between each match here. But yeah, Vivi, good luck with the video. Yeah. When it comes out, I hope. Oh, that's pretty laggy, hey. Just let me know and I'll check it out right away. I'm excited to see what stuff you got from the 5D. I need to do this more, I think. I'm not good with it. My problem is that I'm really bad at doing a micro dash fish, like a really quick one. I like doing a little bit of a deeper one like that. Oh my eye. Oh, okay, actually, let's take a little bit of a break. Yeah, Vivi, sorry, I kind of just rambled on. Did you have any questions, or if you're requesting or seeking any like tips or anything like that, just let me know. I don't like to just tell people what to do, or I'll tell people what I like to do. But everyone works a little bit different, right? Yeah. All right, did we move down in rank? I think we did. Quesadilla power is up there. I'm at 1642. Yeah, I only like to give advice or tips and that sort of thing when people ask. I don't like to just even though I kind of just did that, didn't I? I kind of just dumped all that. I guess it's more like kind of giving you my thought process. Let's see. But the biggest thing is, like, I think the biggest thing for making videos and that sort of thing is making sure that whatever you make is something that you'll watch yourself, right? So whenever I edit a video and I rewatch it, I'm like, did I enjoy that? Was that cringe? Sometimes it is cringe. And then I'll just like redact some spots, making content for myself for the future, and when I watch it immediately after I make it, I'm like, you don't think too much about it. You just think, oh, it's done, put it out there. Maybe you rewatch it and you're like, okay, it's all right. And then you're like, I kind of liked it, whatever. And then maybe 6 months later, you go back to the video and you watch it. You're either gonna cringe over the things that you've seen or things that you put out. It's like, oh, this is way too obvious, right? Or you'll feel like, damn, that was a good video, I enjoyed that. And I want to get to the point where I'm looking back at my older videos and I'm like, yeah, that was good. I'll tell you now though, when I look at my old high school work or like my college stuff, I read like my essays that I wrote and I'm like, bleh. It's gross. It's super cringe reading what I wrote back then. So hopefully these videos aren't going to be like that for me in the future. Was going to DM you on Discord for help. I think it's the rest of the video feels a little overwhelming. I have some direction right now, though I think I got most of the script. Yeah. Don't be afraid to put some silent spots on the script too. A big thing actually, Vivi, is as awkward as you might feel like it sounds, or when you don't have music or whatever, what really helps is actually putting music in it. And then if there are any silent spots, like you want to show a certain thing and just text in the on the screen, turn up the music a little bit and turn up the game sound and make sure that there's no you talking type of thing, right? That usually helps for the presentation. Like, that's just for my experience anyway. Sometimes I'll make a video and I'm trying to stretch it to like 8 minutes. So I'll purposely put some combo areas and setup areas where I don't talk. But then it just looks and feels awkward. Oh my goodness, we keep playing. But as soon as I like turn on the music, or turn up the music a little bit, turn up the game sound, it's not so awkward. Or at least on my rewatches. Alright. We keep playing. This is the side effect of this ranked, eh? Daisuke wants us to do this run back. at least have a little bit of music, like just some, maybe if you can even, if you can barely hear it, I think that's okay too. Ooh, that was nice. Okay. Very cool fuzzies from Faust. And you don't have to do anything that I'm mentioning, by the way. If you do what looks best and feels best for your video, obviously.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
That should kill, right? Yeah, let's go. Optimal, right? I think maybe a gamma ray would have been optimal, but I forgot how we entered into that, so maybe I couldn't have done a gamma ray? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Okay, it's okay. It's a waste of meter on my part. Okay. Nice. Very tricky. Gets him every time. Okay, let's go. A little tricky at the end there. Little bit of a RPS. That could have gone very wrong, but you know, I had a burst still, so I could afford to be a little bit bold on my approach. So we keep playing each other. Hey, me and this false player. This false player has defensive habits like a happy chaos, eh? Looking to make me feel uneasy with like Abari 2P and stuff like that. So I think next time I play, we're gonna do a lot more just meaty stuff. If you play. Okay, Voltion. Okay.
Oh! Recovered in time. No lag? It's okay. TP? My wife's here. I need to order Tim's, is that right? Can you give me like a couple minutes? Yeah. And I'm gonna place my Tim Hortons order. That's not good. Oh, well done. Uh-oh. That got me. Okay. Oh. Woo, that was bold. Nice catch on the backdash. Woo, that was totally my bad there. Should have been able to close it out. shit. I was not expecting that. I could have killed actually with the incinerator.jh, but I didn't believe that I could have countered it with it. Alright, GG's. Alright, I need to let my wife know my order. Or actually, I'm just gonna take a quick break and place an order on my phone so my wife can pick it up. In the meantime, I'll probably play an ad break or something. Give me a sec here. Do this, bam. Alright. So, BRB, gonna play quick ad break. We'll do a little stretch, get some water, and I'll do a little Timmy's order. But yeah. Dizzy's skin releasing next blazing pass. Alright. That said, let's BRB. And I'll have my my music in the background here. Alright. Alright, BRB everybody. All right, we are back. How you doing, everyone? Hope you all doing well. I did my Timmy's order. My wife is gonna do a Timmy's run after taking care of the cat, our friend's cat, who's named Jim. Maybe it's Jimmy. So doing a Timmy's run and a Jimmy's run. All right, should I keep playing ranked? I don't know if I want to keep playing ranked right now. I think I need to cool down a bit. Maybe we'll find some matches in a lobby. Bless little Jimmy, that's right. Little Jimmy run. Jimmy's sick right now, so he needs medicine. Yeah. Overall thoughts about the new ranked matchmaking? You know, I don't know. I'm not getting as many matches, so that's kind of a bummer. But maybe that'll change if it's during the day. So Chris asks, what did they change? I'm not up to speed. They changed how matchmaking is. So you're not going to be matched up, or I guess you're much less likely to be matched up against someone with a huge DR lead or huge DR deficit. So it's matching you with players more appropriately at your level. But for me, at this time, I'm not getting very many games. And as a result, we're playing against the same player over and over and over. So we are sitting about right here, 1652, right? Let's double check. Doesn't apply to me, I'm still in diamond. Oh, okay. I'm not too sure how it does it in diamond and also the other ranks. But that's how it is in Vanquisher, it seems. So it matched me up with the same Ram twice. It matched me up with the same Faust 3 times. And yeah. Very interesting. Did they mention all matchmaking? You know what? This might not be a bad opportunity to just check the notes and see what they changed. Alright, so 1654 is where I'm at. So we climbed up a little bit. We lost a bunch, but we kind of just, you know, rose a little bit. Right. So Saturn Zelda. By the way, Saturn Zelda, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. It says just means you can't match with Vanquisher players when you're climbing. Okay, fair enough. Let me see if the website has any kind of like clarification. Let's see here. No, I don't think so. I don't think it's an actual patch. Maybe it's like servers were down for some maintenance. Well, let me find the Twitter page. Excuse me. I gotta be careful. Don't want to accidentally show you guys something I'm not supposed to show you on Twitter. So, Guilty Gear Strive. What's the official Guilty Gear Strive? Let me see here. Official. No, not the dual rulers. Hold on. I must have liked it somewhere. Arxis works. Official Guilty Gear Strive Twitter page. There we go. So here it is. Maintenance complete. Thank you for your cooperation. More details here. Okay. So So there's maintenance in the evening, or actually this morning. So adjustment when selecting, scratch my leg here. Adjustment when selecting another opponent. When selecting search for another opponent, we have extended the amount of time used to avoid repeated matchmaking against the same opponent. Didn't really help me. I played against the same guy twice, 3 times even. While it may still be possible to be matched with the same opponent again after a certain amount of time has passed, repeated matchmaking within a short interval will be less likely to occur. Okay. So for Vanquisher rank, players in Vanquisher rank will now only be matched with players who are also Vanquisher rank or higher. As a result, Diamond 3 players will no longer be matched against Vanquisher rank. That was a little bit weird to have to play against Diamond 3 players. Adjustment to matchmaking rules within Vanquisher rank tier. We have adjusted the matchmaking rules within the Vanquisher tier to make it extremely extremely uneven matches less likely to occur. So like if you have there's a big DR deficit, then it's not gonna match you up with that person. You're not gonna play against like Nitro if you are 1400. As a result, matches where point changes become 0 of the regardless of the outcome due to large DR differences will no longer occur. Oh my god. So what I'm hearing is that if someone like Nitro or someone like Paluna played somebody like who's in 1200, Paluna would not get any points. Just lose points if she lost. Okay, cool. Good to know. Close that up. All right. This is probably just as bad as the first version of Strives Ranked. Yeah, I feel that. I don't have very much time, so for the sake of getting more games in, I'm gonna take a break from Ranked and just cool down with some lobby matches. Let's go. Oh, excuse me. Little Jimmy. Hopefully down the line. Oh, wow, nice. Hopefully down the line my internet will get better quicker. They've already sent a notice saying that my internet, like fiber optic, should be arriving in our area sometime. So I'm hopeful. Did you watch Paluna run for Combat Breaker? I did, yeah. Paluna did very well. Yeah, very, very happy and proud. Alright. So the beginning burst wasn't intentional. I had my hands placed different on my controller, but it looked intentional because it did work. All right. Average farseer, like from oh my goodness. Just go for it. Average Farseer from Warcraft 3. Fish and Sands, hope you're doing well. What's up? Okay. Let us lock in. Okay, let's dash block. let's go. I love Warcraft. Orcs, Inhumans 2 and 3. Like, what was that? That was funky. I should have side swapped. Warcraft 3 is probably like, I would say it's like my favorite game outside of Guilty Gear. It's up there anyway, top 5. Warcraft 3, Dark Souls, and it's Warcraft 3, not Dota. Yo, Street Fighter tactics, just jump over. Well, I'm dead. Okay. Dash block? I think we're gonna see a burst. Yo, pessimistic _D. How's it going? Hope you doing well. Oh, I could have punished much better than that. Oh. One of these streams, I think I'll visit Warcraft 3. I watch it so much off stream that I'm like, I should just play it. Just take it. Okay, I'm gonna 2S. Nice. Oh! I think I just did it. No, that would recover in time to punish me. That or I did the wire seek too late. Alright. I'm not ice fielding enough. I'm respecting my father too much. Ah! Well done. I respected the soul. Oh yeah, nice. Okay. That was a dangerous time to burst. All right. A little bit too shallow there. Oh no, that clashed? Nice pickup. Nice, good. Oh, what a play. I overcommitted with that Mikhail sword. I like that PRC, or the BRC there. I was about to scratch my neck. There, now I can scratch my neck.
let's go. Alright, so I think the play here is to ice spike and back off. Or not. Alright. Chip damage! With that, 60s movie poster font. Alright. Dash block? Swipe low. Sweep the legs. Oh, I thought I'd try it. There. I'm paying for it though. It was not worth it. You know what? Small losses. It was worth it. Small losses. I've caused psychological damage. To myself, maybe. Alright. Small losses. I think they're gonna walk back. Oh, that worked out. It was all because of that one round where I did this fully charged 5D. It was all part of a greater plan. Oh shit. That was a FD. Bad FD. Oh. Oh shit. It's gonna kill me. Nice. But it still means business. Up there. Oopsies. Oh shit! It's okay, we're okay. My ice field will save me, right? Oh shit! Oh, I'm dead.
Don't you have other stuff to take care of?
Okay, I gotta start backdashing. Because it's either gonna be a close slash or it's gonna be a far slash. Nara says, hey guys, how much better is the ranked matchmaking now? I'm getting matched up with players of my own level more, if anything. But can't say it's that much better. It's so hard to get matches for me. It is an improvement, yeah, you're right. Oh, nice punish on that, actually. Alright, so I think it's official that this sole player knows how to play this game. Pretty good. I can't just like read and play at the same time if I want to have a chance at winning. I have to focus. I was waiting for a couple minutes for a single match. Okay. Yeah. It'll still take me a long time. Alright, change up my tactics a little bit. What I'm not doing enough is ice spike. Oh. Shit. Nice.
Russ says, I want to push to 1900, but I end up going to the lobby because I don't like waiting for games. That's what's happening right now. I didn't want to wait for many games, but now I'm getting like the strongest player I've played all day. I can't really, I got focus here. They want to win. Baiting bursts and bursting. But I'm kind of playing very relaxed right now, so I want to match their tenacity. But I feel like I'm disrespecting my opponent, not focusing totally. There you go. I gotta match my opponent's tenacity here. We'll disperse. Ramsey, how's it going? What's up? This one's good. Oh, that was my chance. Oh shit. Alright. If I'm I think I can set up like more neutral if I'm really if I really want to like play into this matchup. But I'm just not willing to right now. But maybe I should. I feel like if I don't, I'm gonna lose, and I'm also yeah. Okay, focus. Nice. Because the vibe I'm getting is that the soul, whoever it is, wants to win. And if I'm not matching that same energy, I feel like it's a disrespect. So I need to do the same thing. Oh. Fish. Oh shit. Nice. How you doing? Sup for little get top 8, that was awesome. Dizzy Nation? Yeah. Top 5 even. It's really cool. Very inspirational play. Makes you want to play more, you know? Nice bait. That's big damage. Nice. Wonder if I could have thrown that. I shouldn't have done that. I think what happened was that I saw the burst. I'm like, I gotta avoid that burst, but it was my burst. I'm currently signing up to become an EMT and hopefully a paramedic after that. Let's go. Saving lives. Check. Yo, Manaka, right? How's it going? How did that matchmaking go? It was good. A little slow, but I was matched up with people of my level, which is nice. It's what you want. That was actually nice. Nice for me. Nice situation for me if I failed to capitalize off it. Yeah, it was good, but it took a long time. So now I'm just playing regular lobby matches. Oh shit! Oh, that worked out. Let's go. I mean, I meant to do all that. Let's go. Uh-oh. That's supposed to be a super, but you know what? We get positive bonus, right? Alright. Not the most cleanest. Not the most clean. Not the cleanest, but it worked. FFT WB, how's it going, man? What's up? Shit. Oh shit. Spacing traps. shit, my 2D. Oh no! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, good thing this isn't right. I don't make those input errors that often anymore, but it happened there. 2D into to KS fish would have been a nice situation, but you know, I don't. Maybe I didn't deserve that. Maybe. Try it again. Oh, okay, let's go. To see it, to watch it. So to see it, watch is the pain. To see it, oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, it's painful to see. Oh my god, just like that. Don't worry, guys. It's a frame kill. Uh-oh. So here we're gonna get do I don't want to burst, right? I'm not gonna burst. Okay, right? Yeah. I thought that was gonna happen. 6H. 6H. Alright, I'll do one last one. One last one. Winner takes all. It's 11, so it's nearly 11 o'clock and I gotta go to work. I don't know who this is, but I appreciate all the matches. Thank you. That was a very deep throw. Oh, I can't believe that worked. Let's go. Shoot. I think if I mashed there, it would have been okay. Just enough damage. Oh. Man, I gotta stop backdashing Soul. He does that close slash, I'm sure it's like 5 frames active, or maybe not that active, but it feels like it's 9 frames active the way my opponent's using it. Alright, is it gonna kill? quiet. Uh-oh, GG's. I'm done. It's all over now. No! GG's. No! I miscalculated on the gamma ray. Although I should have been able to play neutral good enough. Alright, it's all good. GG's. Nice one. Thanks for the matches. Give them a bow. They must be watching because I said last one. Whoever you are, thanks for the matches. Appreciate it. Very, very solid soul. Knows how to play. Knows how to play. Alright, anyway, I got my Tim Hortons. And yeah, we're gonna start moseying on to work right now. Gotta get ready for work. But let's go ahead and raid somebody. I'm guessing that was either Genmu or... Yeah, it must be Genmu, right? Genmu said that they were playing Soul. Could be someone else. Anyway, I'll raid. Gotta raid somebody here. Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. My cat's making so much noise. Alright. I'll be quick with this raid because I gotta start getting to work, but thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. My cat is not very happy right now, so I gotta see what's up.
Why are you being?
Can't move. Alright, here we go. Anyway, you guys have a good day, and I'll see you all next time. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. We'll see how I feel. Alright. Good night, everyone. Or good evening, good... I gotta go. I gotta get to work. I gotta reset my brain, get some coffee, because it's not the evening, it is the morning and almost afternoon. So, I'll see you guys later. Alright, take care, everybody.